So here's an overview of where and how I store my bags. So I'm actually in my gym right now, and I have these 3x2 shelving units, and I have 2 of them stacked on top of each other. And as you can see, that basically allows each bag to have their own cubby. And then on the top, I have this bag that I got from Italy. I don't use it very often because it is quite large, but it was something that on my trip to Italy, I really wanted to pick up a nice Italian bag. So I like to kind of showcase that at the top. And I just have a little decor of the Kate Spade just to kind of add a little pop of color. So this first one here is a small Kate Spade that has attachable straps, which is really good because you can use it as a crossbody. But I personally tend to like just to use bags like on my arm. I just find that it is a lot easier for me. And then I do have a couple of crossbodies here, one of which is this really nice Michael Kors bag, and it has a metal closure. And I try when I'm storing my bags just to keep the strap inside. It makes it look much less cluttered so that you don't have to see, you know, all the handles kind of sticking out. And then as you can see, I do the same thing with this one. And this is just a Kate Spade, nice black bag. And this one does not have a removable strap, but you could always keep it tucked in like that and use it as a clutch. This bag, this Michael Kors one, does have the ability, it's like a hook and eye closure, so you actually can take the strap off if you want to. And then moving down, I have this like very light blue, kind of muted blue color. I do much prefer having silver hardware. That being said, typically all of Kate Spade has gold hardware, but this bag was actually something that I purchased on Poshmark because I was really looking for a light blue bag. And I love this one for the summertime, but honestly, even in the winter, just the way that the color is, you can use it all year long. And then moving to the left, I have this Kate Spade that this one's a very funny story. So I actually found this on Facebook Marketplace, and the woman was selling it for super inexpensive because the zipper was off track at the moment, or at that time, I should say. And there were a bunch of stains on the back of the bag. So basically everywhere on here had like that denim blue staining. And I thought, hey, for the price, let me see if I can take the stains out. And then I figured I would work on the zipper and see if I could get it back on track. And I spent probably 15 minutes or so trying to get the zipper back. It does work. I've never had any issues with it coming off the track again. And then I was able to get the jean stain out with a magic eraser. So this bag actually cost me $5, and it is an original Kate Spade. That's probably one of my best finds that I've ever, you know, scored on, you know, Facebook or any of those kind of things. But again, it was in pretty rough shape, but I don't use it very often just because it has a lot going on between the black. This is kind of like a beige color and the hot pink. But it's one of those bags I don't think I could ever get rid of because of, you know, just the story behind how I got it and fixed it. And this next bag down here is kind of a salmon pink color, Michael Kors. This does have gold hardware, but I find that on this kind of salmon color, it actually blends in nicely so that I'm not distracted by the fact that it, you know, has the gold hardware. I like bags that are this size because I find that I can fit every single thing that I need in it, but it still you know, it doesn't get too heavy or, you know, feel like I'm carrying around a ginormous bag. Over here, I have another Michael Kors. You'll see, basically all of my bags are either Michael Kors or Kate Spade. I just like the quality and the styles, but this is a very nice summery bag. This is actually the one that I'm using currently. So this has all my current stuff in it. So it's a little bit heavy, but I'll stick that in there. But I love the white with that little accent of the black. This does have the silver hardware that I prefer. Moving down, I have a larger black Kate Spade. This one's great because it has a ton of different pouches. So not only does it have, you know, the zipper compartment, but these also open up quite wide. So I can store a bunch of things on the side. And honestly, what's nice is if I ever have like paperwork or something that I don't want to get too like mangled being in your bag, you can stick it into these and it keeps it really safe. And then one of my first ever, well, it's my first ever Michael Kors, but also one of my first ever nicer bags is actually this Michael Kors that my husband got me as a wedding gift. And I used it to pieces because this was like the only purse that I used for the first, I'd say like 2 years of marriage. So every single day it was being used. It is quite worn out. You can kind of see the metal here has been worn just with the lock kind of going back and forth, and then just with so much use. It's one of those bags though that I will never get rid of for sentimental reasons. And honestly, like it's still in good condition. It's just, I can tell, you know, compared to the rest of my bags, like it's been much more well loved. And then down here, I do have this black, backpack that I got, the brand is Amy Westenberg, it looks like. I did actually pick this up at either a TJ Maxx or a Marshall's. And I love having a backpack when I'm, you know, in a city or something and I just don't want to have something kind of, you know, strapped on to my shoulder while walking all day long. And then this is my largest bag. So this is a Kate Spade kind of traditional tote bag. I actually leave like bubble wrap packaging inside just to try to keep it shaped, just because totes like this tend not to keep their shape very well. But this bag is super cute and I really like it for plane rides because you can put so much stuff in it, but also it can easily, you know, scoot underneath the seat. So I just kind of use this as my purse when I'm traveling, and I can either put like a small crossbody bag or whatever I'm using inside of that. And then in here, I just have another kind of tote bag. It's a black Michael Kors. I have this listed on my Poshmark because I really just don't reach for it. I think mainly just because the Kate Spade tote that I have above, I just use much more, but this one, I mean, it's very cute. It's simple. It's one of those kind of nylon bags, just says Michael Kors on the front. It has long-ish straps, so I can throw it over my shoulder, but I do find that the one on the Kate Spade is a little bit better. And also this is a little bit bigger, so a little bit smaller. So for me, I would prefer to use the Kate Spade tote for traveling than this one. So like I said, I bought it, I did use it for a couple trips, but then once I got the Kate Spade, I just kind of decided that that would be a better one for me. And because I am selling it, I'm trying to make sure that, you know, I keep it as protected as possible. I will fix that bag after. The only thing that I don't like about having shelving units like this is it's just a little bit hard as far as like the dust collecting and things like that. But overall, I think it works quite well. And then over here is actually our like internet router. But I keep a basket right next to that. And in here, I kind of have all like my wallets that I'm not using. So I have this really small one that's perfect for any of the smaller bags or the crossbody ones, just so that, you know, you can easily still fit like dollar bills inside, and there's plenty of card holders, but it's a really small size. You can kind of see compared to my hand. So it's great to just throw into the small bags. And then I do have this other Kate Spade wallet. This is my kind of traditional large wallet. Right now, I actually am using something that it's a Kate Spade. It's just this kind of cards, and then it has like a little key ring on it, so I have my key on that. So I just find that that's easier to just kind of, if I don't feel like bringing my purse, because right now during quarantine and things like that, we're not really going out the same way. So it's a lot easier for me to just grab my phone and grab that and not have to carry a big bag around. I also keep kind of my clutches. So I have this Coach one that my dad actually got me on a cruise. And I'm not that big, I like the color as a whole, but it's kind of hard to match with like different outfits. But I do like the size of this because I can fit my phone, and actually I can fit the small wallet inside of it. So if I'm traveling and I want to be able to use like a couple different bags, but don't want to have to take out all my cards, I just can actually slide that into there with my phone and be good to go. And then I also have this light blue. It's not the exact same blue as the Michael Kors bag that I showed, but it's very similar. And this is like a great pouch. So this is something that you can put things in and then slide it into another bag, or you can use it as a clutch. I tend to use it to kind of put, you know, certain items into it and then stick it into another bag. And then the last bag that I have is another crossbody. I don't use it very often because it's a lighter color, and I just, you know, want to make sure that it stays nice. And again, I tend not to go toward crossbody bags, although this bag is beautiful. I got this actually when I was in California, and it has an outside pouch and then a large inner one, and you know, it's really nice. I just, because it's a lighter color and I don't use it that often, I keep it in the dust bag in here, and then I can just slide all of this in and out. So it works really well for me and what I need. But yeah, so that is an overview of all of my bags and kind of how I store it. But feel free to leave any questions down below, and please feel free to subscribe and like the video if you like it. Thank you.